Greetings fellow tank commanders. In this video I'm going to be showing you 3 games that I played with the Vindicator Charioteer. This is a tier 8 British premium tank destroyer with regular matchmaking. The first game that I'm playing is a standard battle on live oaks with tier 9 as the top tier and no artillery. For all of these games my tank is equipped with a gun rammer, enhanced gun laying drive, and binoculars. And I'm using a British crew which has 14 crew skills and perks. I've started off in a sniping position here where I get great shots on the enemy streaking towards the city, and on the enemy snipers. The main downfall to this tank is its very low ammo capacity at 35 shells, which goes through the exact same problems as the Tech Tree Charioteer with the 20-pounder cannon. For a gun that only does an average of 230 damage per shot, it's not really a lot to work with, especially when you're such a fragile tank and really have to snipe at a long distance. I enjoy using this tank and I've had quite a bit of success with it, but on pretty much every decent game I have with this tank, I'm on the verge of running out of ammo. I'm always cringing in the early game sniping, because you're tempted to take some risky shots on streaking enemies or enemies just peeking over ridge lines, and when you're shooting about 12 rounds per minute, you run out of that ammunition so fast. I'm not sure what this STI is doing crossing the open area like that. It messes with my sniping post, but fortunately I do have some teammates overwatching to help me take him out. I was a little bit too greedy there, and I'm just happy to escape with my life. The enemy's broken through the city, so I'm going to fall all the way back to another sniper vantage point to protect my base. The Vindicator really shines in situations like this with its high damage per minute. When you can capitalize on distracted enemies or enemies caught out in the open like this, they just get worn down so fast by this tank. There's only 4 enemies left and my team's got a really nice lead here, so it's just time for some cleanup shots, but unfortunately I'm low on hit points and ammunition, so that does limit my opportunities quite a bit here. Kill stolen. I finished that game with only one shell remaining. Now let's check the post-game stats and see how I did. For this game, I earned 20,000 silver without any multipliers and 5,396 experience with the 2x daily bonus. In this game, I dealt 3,725 damage, assisted with 733 damage, and destroyed 2 enemies. Nothing too epic this game, but I did manage to grab a Mastery Badge Ace Tanker and Confederate Medal. I placed at the top of my team, earning a base XP of 1,713. I managed to hit 23 of my 34 shots and penetrate 17 of those. In terms of crew and module damage, I injured the driver in the AMX CDC, damaged the ammunition and injured the driver in the STI, damaged the ammo rack in the Black Prince, damaged the gun in the AMX 1375, damaged the fuel tank in the Waffenträger Panzer IV, and damaged the engine in the M103. That's a satisfying amount of crew and module damage. This second game is a standard battle on Fjords with tier 8 as the top tier and no artillery. On maps like this where it's a little difficult to find a designated sniper position, I often just play the Vindicator Charioteer as a bit more of a medium tank. It's got a good combination of mobility, gun handling, and camouflage, so it does do alright when you have to peek out for snapshots, especially when you're top tier. That is the definition of overextending. This is quickly becoming a very popular area for my teammates, so I'm going to try to be courteous here and not get in anyone's way, but I'm not going to get pushed around. None of these tanks really have any particular claim to this area. A very quick response by my teammates up here to help our light tank out. Bouncing off the Super Sherman, that's not something you see too often. I'm not getting any easy shots anymore from this location, and we just have way too many teammates up there. So I'm gonna go into a more aggressive medium tank mode here and keep pushing my luck. It was very unfortunate that we weren't able to keep that heavy tank tracked. My light tank teammate and I are getting in each other's way a lot more than I'd hoped. Oh yeah, destroyed his ammo rack. Getting aggressive there paid off. I thought I was going to catch that tank destroyer going the other way. I could have tried to flank around him, but I decided to just track him and wait for my teammates to finish him off. I'm satisfied with how that game turned out, considering I was doing a lot of close and medium range fighting, which is a little outside the comfort zone for such a soft tank. Now let's check the post-game stats and see how I did. For this game I earned 37,000 silver and 2,640 experience without any multipliers. In this game I dealt 3,527 damage, assisted with 482 damage, and destroyed 4 enemies. This earned me another Mastery Badge Ace Tanker. I placed at the top of my team, earning a base XP of 1,600. I managed to hit 24 of my 28 shots and penetrate 14 of those. In terms of crew and module damage, I damaged the engine in the Yagtig 8.8, destroyed the ammo rack in the Object 252U, and damaged the engine in the Panther 2. This third game is a standard battle on Kitimat with tier 8 as the top tier and no artillery. I'm going to try to position in the middle of the map to get some good early game snipes and spots. I try to grab as much assisted damage as possible with my binoculars, since I do find that my damage potential is limited in quite a few of the games. Not a productive start to the battle, so I just decided to leave that position for now and deal with an infiltrating light tank. Now, although the Vindicator isn't as good as medium tanks at brawling, it does do okay if you take a little extra care to line up your shots. So here I just waited until I was directly behind the Lycan, instead of trying to lead him with turret traverse. Being so deep in enemy territory, that Lycan was probably a little panicked with his clip, and fortunately I didn't take any damage from that. I haven't had a lot of sniping success so far this game, but it was still a little too early and there were a few too many enemies to get any more aggressive. And fortunately I got to kill some time here shooting at these tier 7 heavy tanks. My team is up 7-0 right now, so I'm gonna get more aggressive and try to get as much damage as possible before the enemy team completely falls apart. Nice try, light tank. I was surprised to find the enemy Borsig there. I knew the Scorpion G was in the area, but fortunately I noticed before I drove in his line of sight. Thank goodness for that porch. It provided just enough cover and I was able to shoot through the posts on it. A little sloppy there on the takedown, but I finally got him. I was able to take advantage of a nice cleanup opportunity there thanks to my good mobility. I know my light tank teammate is close behind me, so I'm just going to go in and get the first shots. Oh no, I didn't realize I was out of ammo. If I had have known that beforehand, I would have tried to at least ram him. Thankfully, my light tank teammate didn't let me down. Now let's check the post-game stats and see how I did. For this game, I earned 27,000 silver with 20,000 from an op and 2,761 experience. In this game, I dealt 3,625 damage and destroyed 5 enemies. This earned me another Mastery Badge Ace Tanker. I placed at the top of my team, earning a base XP of 1,673. I managed to hit 22 of my 35 shots and penetrate 19 of those. In terms of crew and module damage, I destroyed the engine in the Borsig, and destroyed the engine in the AT-15. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing those games with the Vindicator Charioteer. I had a lot of fun with those Ace Tanker games, but unfortunately my performance hasn't gotten much higher with this tank. My base XP in most successful games hangs between 1,600 and 1,800. I have trouble getting beyond that and always seem to be running out of ammunition in my good games. Stay tuned for more awesome World of Tanks videos.